Welcome to had6 channel. In this video, we will look into ill. 17 adjectives with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Bad. Which means of a person unwell. Bad. For example, I tried medication but felt even worse the next morning. Number 2. QUEASY. Which means nauseous. QUEASY. For example, in the morning he was still pale and queasy. Number 3. Queer. Which means slightly ill. Queer. For example, he was feeling rather queer. Number 4. Lousy. Which means unwell. Lousy. For example, Doc Reed dishes me out a few vitamin pills when I'm feeling lousy. Number 5. Seedy. Which means unwell. Seedy. For example, she felt weak and seedy. Number 6. Sick. Which means affected by physical or mental illness. Sick. For example, half of children in the class are sick. Number 7. Nauseous. Which means affected with nausea. Nauseous. For example, a rancid odor that made him nauseous. Number 8. Rough. Which means unwell. Rough. For example, the altitude had hit her and she was feeling rough. Number 9. Peculiar. Which means slightly and indefinably unwell. Peculiar. For example, I still feel a bit peculiar. Number 10. Unwell. Which means ill. Unwell. For example, he had been unwell for some time. Number 11. Peaky. Which means pale from illness or fatigue. Peaky. For example, you're looking a bit peaky. Number 12. Poorly. Which means unwell. Poorly. For example, she looked poorly. Number 13. Diseased. Which means suffering from disease. diseased. For example, diseased trees. Number 14. Frail, which means of a person weak and delicate. Frail. For example, her elderly parents had become frail. Number 15. Infirm, which means not physically or mentally strong, especially through age or illness. Infirm. For example, she looks after elderly and infirm people. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. It is now the time to hit the subscribe button.